Hello everybody! Welcome back to another stream. Welcome one, welcome all. Pleasure to have each and every one of you with us. How's everybody doing? I hope you're taking care, enjoying yourselves, and having a good night. It is a pleasure to be back. Hello, 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 one and all. Ugh, my eyes, they burn. I went swimming today, and I don't have goggles because who has goggles in these days and ages of saltwater pools and better things? And oh, as it turns out, there's a chlorinated pool at my school, and whew, ugh, my eyes, they're killing me. Hey, my Mahjong game! That's still open. That shouldn't be open anymore. Yeah. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good one, taking care of yourselves, you know, staying cool, staying hip, staying shiggity, shwoodity, cool with the booty. I don't know. I'm just saying words at this point. It's what I do. It's what you guys watch me for. It's for me to be in here saying words, you know? Is how it be. Ouch. My eyes. Oh, good lord. Lord. Ugh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Hopefully I can get through all of stream. I'm blinking like crazy. I think my eyes have dried out finally from the pool water. Now it's just chlorine. It's just chlorine in my eyes. Oh. Oh, it hurts a lot actually. Oh well. It's fine. It's all just fine. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, everybody. It's been a hot minute since we last played. When last we left off, we had a intermittent, long-term mission on its way to Duna. And of course, we didn't have a good Duna transfer window, so, you know, that's kind of what we've been doing. And we've just been fucking around doing other missions. We got Valentina home, got a bunch of science left over from her. But now, at long last, we have an actual transfer window. It's not to Duna. Instead, we have a transfer window to Moho, of all places. And since we have an efficient transfer window, I think it is, bar none, time for us to get going. I think we gotta do it. I think we gotta get ourselves into interplanetary space, like for real. You know, we've got a satellite on the way to Duna on a long-term mission. That's reasonable. But if we've got an optimal transfer to Duna, to Moho, we've got an optimal transfer. I think it's our duty to make sure it gets done, make it work. So, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the game. I do have to be out of here by 7 o'clock, so we've only got a couple of hours to work with, but that should be just fine. Should be fun, nonetheless. And we'll just go ahead and get in on it. Hello, Cock. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you. Glad you're first. How are you? Let's pop over this button. And that one. And I'm gonna grab a drink real quick, because I forgot to take one out of my fridge. How art thou, Cock? Ugh! Drank acquired. Ooh, I've got eggnog in here. Oof! I almost fell out of my chair. What do you think? Should I drink an entire quart of eggnog on stream? That sounds like a terrible idea. I definitely shouldn't do that. You're doing laundry? Yeah, I'm glad you're being productive. That's a good thing to do. What's up, Pictus? Welcome in. Hola, indeed. How art thou? We're waking the Kraken. Please don't do that. That sounds like a terrible idea. Uh-oh. Please, the Kraken already hates me so much. We don't need him. We don't need it to hate me more. Treating Kessler syndrome. How are we doing that? I think I'm getting Kessler syndrome. We're putting a lot of shit up there that we shouldn't be. A lot of debris left in the low Kerbin orbit. Debris that will be there forever. Because this game does not simulate very low atmospheric drag. You hit 70 and it's just gone. It drops to actual 0, not 0.01. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, my eyes. Ugh. They're freaking out. Ugh. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Please. I can't open my eyes. Oh no. Oh. Okay, I think I've recovered. I think we're good. I think I've recovered. Somewhat, maybe. Oh, I need goggles bad. Oh. Resume the same. Yin-Yang planetary research. Back at it again. Back at it again. Alright. Now, I believe we have an optimal transfer window to Moho. And that'll be useful. We should get it done. We should go to Moho. That's the plan for today, at least. Let's hop over to the tracking station and take a look. Swam. Hello. There we go. So, we put ourselves at a right angle. There's Moho. Can't pause the game in here. It's probably fine. Good evening, Chlorine Chud. Don't call me that. Just because I'm in pain. Show me the quick reference transfer chart. Alright, transfer window map. Show me it. Alright, so I need a ejection angle that's on Kerbin retrograde, and we got what looks like our optimal transfer window. It's 182 degrees. That's just about right. Yeah, okay. Cool. We gotta get on that. We gotta get on that. That's where we're at. I'm watching this while you mess with your new knives. Nice. What kind of knives are we looking at? Alright. So. What if we open up the Interplanetary Orbiter 1? Uh-oh. No, this thing's ass. That's not what I'm thinking of. Scanner probe. There we go. Scanner probe mark D2. This absolutely gigantic, over-the-top piece of machinery. This is what we're looking for. So this right here is our current orbiting satellite that we've used before. And we know that this can get to interplanetary with plenty of extra delta V. So I'm not that worried. You've got the big chip carving one, 3.5-inch blade, the smaller 2-inch roughing knife. Ooh, cool. Like this thing can get us places. So one of the things we should do on this is make sure we have the most up-to-date communication technologies. We have the RA-15 relay antenna, which has 61.2 gigabits, whereas this one's a 22.4 gigabit production. Alright, so this is the best relay antenna we currently have. We've got the high gain antennas, communicatrons. We've got the communicatron HG55, right? HG61 is available though. That's right, they're like the exact same thing though. This one just has slightly more weight, yeah, because it has the extended arm. We don't really need the extended arm, do we? We can probably put this one on. I don't know. This does move it up and out of the way of the solar panels, which is nice. But I feel like we might as well save the weight. Ooh, we could even put it up here. Sure. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright. Any new science we can do? I think we can. Scan, been there, done that. Model scan device senses passive active sensors designed to quickly hone in on interesting features located nearby. Oh, this is an RV part, that's right. SPRT scanning arm, surface scanning module, high resolution, advanced high resolution. Yeah, we have the advanced, okay. I think this thing doesn't have a Science Junior, but that's fine. We want to put that on the crew capsule anyways. I mean, I suppose there's no reason not to have a Science Junior. Does this put everything outside the fairing? Oh yeah, it does. That's a shame. Yeah. That'll fix it. Yep, still inside the fairing. We'll just pretend that we hollowed out the fuel tank there and put the Science Junior in it. That'll be good. We have the SARX antenna on this still. Even if it is mostly inside of the Sentinel telescope. Oh, that's right. This thing was a persnickety piece of shit to put on in the first place. Puts it outside the fairing. Yeah. We know that the instruments work even with the part clipping, so I think we just deal with it, you know? Just like, yeah, fuck it. Radar altimeter. This is... Yeah, that's altimetry low res. This is altimetry high res. So like, why would you want the low res one? Probably because you haven't unlocked the other one yet. Press map barometer, large scanning arm, and like mystery goo. Do we have the enhanced multispectral scanner? We do. Okay. Can't use the mobile processing thing. This has the magnetometer boom. It's a survey scanner. We don't need a Kerbatron. Do we have a Gravamax negative gravioli detector on this? I actually think it does. We'll just go ahead and put that in like that. Does it have a seismograph on it? Actually, I have no idea if this has a seismograph on it. Do I have a mod that tells me what science this thing can do? Show experience available now. Show experience available on this vessel. Okay. Temperature scan. Can I narrow this down by planetary body? Yeah, we should hide complete experiments. Mute music. Huh. Ooh, unavailable on this vessel. Alright, crew port, EV report. Yeah, can't do that. It does not have a seismic scan. Okay. It doesn't have an atmospheric analysis. Can't do surface sample. Crew report. Well, oh, I thought that was a surface sample of the sun for some reason. Surface sample, EVA report, atmospheric analysis. Okay, it looks like it's just the seismograph. Granted, I don't think you can do the seismic. Well, landed. You can't do it from orbit, so it's pointless to have on it. Flying, landed. Yeah, atmospheric analysis also isn't really useful on a satellite. Okay, cool. Well, in this case, scanner probe mark M1 to go to Moho. Let's see here. So, where's the decoupler on this? ESO launch. Separatrons launch. Ah, mid-stage decoupler is there. I would like to put a rover in this. This might not be a good idea, but I think it'll be fine, actually. Is there a decoupler on this? There's this coupler down here, and that engine. And I guess I never intended for this to come off? Huh? Whoops. That's weird. I would have thought that they would have made this upper stage its own thing. Hold on. I gotta check something. We might have some wacky satellite that's about to be in orbit of Duna. Scanner probe mark D2. Let's fly this thing for a minute. Let's take a look. I haven't even checked in on this in forever. Oh my god, I forgot that this thing was still, it hadn't even reached upper stage, that's right. No, I guess there is no decoupler here, huh? It's just this one. I just was like, yeah, it's fine. We can put the upper stage there. Whatever. It's got plenty of electric charge. That's for sure. Damn, this thing's like in deep space right now. Huh. Could do a mystery goo observation. I should put somebody in orbit of the sun. Get some sun-based experimentation done. Yeah, anyways. It is what it is. Oh, shit. Did that fuck up my Duna encounter? I don't think it did. What's this Duna periapsis even? 3 million meters. It's a weird orbital adjustment that we just accidentally made. It's probably fine. I think it's fine. I think we're okay. Back to, well, actually, in terms of signal, how are we doing? Are we getting direct signal from Kerbin still? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Why would it be anything else? I actually don't know if we have a relay that's powerful enough over here. Actually, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, Hello, scanner probe. Interesting thoughts are occurring right now. Just that it's a little concerning that this doesn't have a relay connection to, what's it called? It's a little concerning that that doesn't have a, relay connection with the Minmus or Min satellites, because it means that this is not able to relay to them, I think. So that's, you know, not great. Where the hell is the freaking probe core on this? There it is. Alright, that's good. Minmus polar scanner. Let's focus in on the moon. Zoom in. Lunar scanner 1. Lunar relay alpha. Lunar relay beta. Okay. That one's fine. I guess I could probably call this Lunar. Minmar? Yeah, Minmar scanner 1. Minmar. Minmusian? Minmus. Minmian. I think it's the Min-Min. Min-Min. There we go. Alright, back to the tracking station. I think we're fine. I think we're A-okay. I don't think we need to be too worried about the fact we can't separate those stages. Oh no, we do have relay connection. I was just on the wrong relay connectivity view mode. The monument of hubris. Lunar relay beta, scanner probe mark 1.5. Min scanner 1, scanner probe mark 2. Big asteroid that's orbiting the sun. Lunar scanner 1. Okay. Cool. That is what we came here to look at. Let's pop over back to the VAB. And I think we should probably make it a separable stage. Open it up. Scanner probe mark M1. Put that back up. The dryer. A classic, truly. So what I think I would like to do does this have reaction wheels of its own? I think it might only be the itty bitty one in the probe core. So that's way oversized. I will say that makes finding the Science Junior a hot bit more difficult. Here we go. Alright, so long as we can still hover over it and access the Science Junior. Don't really care that much if we can access the reaction wheel. So, that'll just give us more torque up here. We're gonna come down here. Pop here. Engine. You'd probably say fuck it, give it a swivel. Does this have an alternator? It does not. It's so itty bitty. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll go coupling. We'll say fuck it. I get we're gonna keep that Airstream Protective Cell 2.5 meter attachment, and we'll deal with that extra weight. You know, it's like whatever. That's too small. Way too small. Way too small. Closer. Still too small. TD25. Okay. What is going on here? Huh. How can I change the size of that shroud? If not, I'm gonna have to shove this thing into the top stage itself. Alright, you know what? Take this off, take this off. Pop that off for a minute. Take this off. Put this one on. And then put on... I put the TD6 on? Hypothetically. That's probably a point of major weakness if we do that, though. So we'll just put on TD12. Put that on. Put that on. And we can strut that. Everything's still in the shroud, so that's good. Structural, strut connector. Oh, jeez. There we go. Put it up to 4-way symmetry. There we go. That should be fairly sound, maybe. At the bottom, that's not up here, that's not up here. That one, this one decouples afterwards. That engine, it's the very last thing that's gonna go off. As this engine, that goes between these two. Okay, that's a slightly more modular upper stage. Very nice. And then what we can do, pop that open. Coupling payload. Service module with explosive doors. What does this do? Oh, it explodes out like that. Interesting, but not what I'm looking for. Is the 2.5 meter service bay, which does open like that. Is there a fuselage with doors on it? Like this, but like it just has 2 doors. Doesn't seem like those exist. Okay. Huh. Interestingly, this one only has doors that open like that. boost the scale up to the 2.5 meter. Open it. That's a thing right there. Put that there. And that lets us put something in this. And I'm thinking it might be cool to get a rover and bring it with us, you know? So we can send this top stage down to Moho. And then when the crew arrives, they'll have a rover waiting for them. And this thing's gigantic rocket, so we can put a big rover in here. One question is that the engine in here. I suppose actually the smart maneuver would be to put this directly above the actual engine. Oh, good, it reattaches everything and stuff. Okay. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna take this. I mean, fuck it, just put it somewhere. Radial decoupler. Oh, this can only go in that way. Okay. Need to attach this thing somewhere. I can just work on it. You know what? If I do that, we do this. Cool. Pop in here. And get to work. So, assuming it doesn't have very far to fall, Moho has less gravity than most places. I think just putting a decoupler is all we need, really. Like, just something to tether it. This thing's... That's a very big decoupler. Maybe one of these. Interesting. Can't put that on a vertical mount. You could put the docking port junior. Use these. Put it on the top so it just drops down. Uh-oh. 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 That might be a problem. Alright, TD6 decoupler. Put that there. Take a probe core. Take the Probodyne Rove mate. Oh my goodness. This thing is gigantic. Huh. That might be a problem, actually. That this is so large it doesn't fit. Let's see, the Probodyne Rove mate, It's maybe a little large. After all, that's the size of the external command seat. 0. Put on a remote guidance unit? My god, that's gigantic. So if we put on this remote guidance unit, we could use that actually as a base, I think. I think this has pilot stuff. Yeah, so we could put in a remote guidance unit. Have that be the base of it. External command seat. Yeah, okay. One of the potential rovers of all time. Just for safety's sake, I do feel like it probably needs a square base. I could use a grip pad, actually. It's a round one? Huh, interesting. But I mean, you put in a grip pad, right? Can't scale it, unfortunately. Modular girder adapter. That just barely fits in there. That would give it a square base to operate off of. Plus we can pull it down like that. And then on the ground, model M1, M1F. Holy smokes, that's a big wheel. That is a much more manageable wheel. Those are very large wheels. Hypothetically, we can scale these down. 10% size, 50% size wheel. Oh, I see, because this is upside down. If I want it right side up on this part. Interestingly, even though it's interacting with the square hitbox, it has a circular hitbox. Okay. I see. So the modular girder adapter is useless. Just put on the remote guidance unit. I turn off snap. Goes down to 50% size. And rotate it. And move it. Pull it back out. I mean, I've seen worse axle alignments. Then I just need 4 of those? Ugh, this is a terrible rover. I hate to say it. It's just straight. It's so bad. And I would need to put landing legs on this thing. Oh, and they spin opposite directions of each other. Oh boy. So I can't even have these in symmetry. I don't know. I'm not loving our prospects of the rover here, fellas. What do we think? Give it small landing gear as it's a rover. The Rovemax Model S2 is not terrible. I wonder. If we go to the payload, we get the 1.87 meter service bay. Scale it up. Open. Wish I could combine these two. Huh. Yo! Wait. No caps. Solid caps. Truss, no caps. No caps. Hey! That kinda, sorta, is open. Still, it's two separate doors still, so that's like a different problem. Not loving it. Really not loving it. Like to integrate a proper there's a rotor. Could maybe do something with the rotors. Panel controller, hydraulic cylinders. What if you used a fairing? Like if we took this 2.5 meter fairing, put it in the middle. Can you? No, because it has to close and it can't intersect to actual parts. Like, I don't think you can wrap it internal to the ship. I don't think you can make an inline fairing. I just wish this part could be truly useful. Like, it's gonna have so much fuel in it. You know what? I can hypothetically make it useful. If we go here, toggle snap. Do these rotate? They've got it, right? Not retractable. Deployable solar panels. So, if we take these, right? Hopefully they don't burn off on the ascent. And then we can take the. Does this have the full set of things that it can do? No, it doesn't. KTO. That's the HECS2, right? Yes, target tracking. That's what we need. So we go here. cubic octagonal strut then. HD AGCS2. Oh, hi, we're on symmetry. Oops. Take that. How much does the thing weigh? 0.2 tons? It's nothing. And we'll just sink that in. This highly delicate, advanced piece of probe equipment just hanging out. Hey, you know what? You know what? I'll pretend that we can't just part clip this in, you know? Take the service bay and throw in the probe core, which basically fills the entire thing. Perfect. Close it up. And then, because well, this will probably have a ton of fuel in it, we're gonna leave it in orbit around Moho, and we'll give it a docking port. There's a couple up here, right? Yeah. I feel like putting it on the top would be better. So, pop that off. Okay, that's gonna be tough actually to make work. How do I slot a decoupler? Not decoupler. How do I slot a docking port here? I mean, honestly, I could just put it like this. And now having it inline on the mast is probably better. Eh. Or a classical refueling station maneuver, we just slot it on like that, right in the middle. And that'll allow ships to come up to this thing and dock with it and steal fuel in case we need it while they're at Moho. Do I think there's anything else I need? Permanent refueling station in orbit. Thank you. Put two on it. Put two ships. Refuel simultaneously. For no reason. Alright. So, what else? I mean, it's a scanner probe. It doesn't need crazy. As much as I would love to try and figure out how to get a rover or something on it, I don't think we can. Especially not if it's also going to be in orbit as an extra fuel station. Alright, let's launch this thing, make sure we can get a Moho transfer, and call it a day. Not a day, because then we gotta launch the manned mission to Moho. Let's launch. Hopefully this thing doesn't explode on launch pad. It shouldn't. We've launched this design a dozen times. This is a very solid rocket. It's a reliable design, I think. Alright, throw on SAS. These are all liquid fuel, so we want to throttle up as to full. And let me check something. We want our ejection angle to be that way in relation to Kerbin prograde. Okay. I think we can still do an equatorial orbit. I think that's fine. I don't think we need anything special for that. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okie dokie then. 3, 2, 1. Oh, fuck. Was it always this slow on launch? I don't like that the prograde has a tilt to it. That's mildly concerning. Also, the engine noises aren't working again. Gosh darn it. I don't know how we added that much weight to it that it'd be a problem. I mean, she got a lean. Why has it got such a lean to it? It's a little concerning that it has that much of a lean. Especially when we want the lean to go the other way. I mean, the engines work just fine. Hello, clouds. Push the turn a little further. Nope. Don't overcorrect on me. Hate the wobble. Hate the wobble. You never want to see too much wobble. Alright, we are making the way up. Not too much of an issue at all. We are leaving the KSC behind. Very nice, very nice. Ooh. Oh shit. I even noticed that our asparagus staging had gone off. That was exceptionally inefficient of me. Whoopsies. I definitely should have been paying attention to that. That was my bad. Alrighty. Doing pretty well. Our apoapsis height is only 20,000 meters. It's a little low. It is going up though. And what the fuck? Why did it just destroy one of our engines? What the fuck was that? Didn't explode on the launch pad, but that's almost as bad. What the hell? That goes off, those go off, those go off, those go off. Those go off and decouple. Those go off and decouple. Those go off and decouple. This middle stage goes. This middle engine goes. This goes this way. Okay. Maybe it was just bad luck. I am gonna restart real quick though, just so we can get our engine noises back. It's such an ominously quiet game when there's no engine noise, you know? I hope I don't have to fully restart the game. I can't recall if we ever figured that out. If it was a whole restart or just a quit to menu reload. Can't recall. We'll have to see. All right. Let's not get silly with it and try and launch direct from Launchpad. I hate trying to do that. It always messes me up somehow. Open. Ah, perfect. Load that back up. It's got everything in it. Good. And launch. Maybe we should launch from the desert launch site. I don't think there's any major issues with it. It's pretty much equatorial. Has a little bit of extra altitude on it. Alright, SAS. Throttle up. Gun. Oh, this time the lean's a little slightly different way. God, this thing's thrust to weight ratio is ass. Forgot how slow it is on the first descent. Oh my god. I just realized it didn't fix the engine issues. God, that's a full restart to fix? That's so annoying. Hate that it's like that. Alright, our asparagus stage is about to run out. So we can make this launch a whole hell of a lot more efficient by actually staging correctly when the time comes. And it looked like something broke on the decouple there, but it didn't blow up any of our actual stuff, so that's kind of what matters. So long as the actual rocket doesn't get detonated, it's fine. Does this thing have no wings on it? This thing might have no wings on it. That's a little funny. Me brute forcing my rocketry with the fullest idea of brooding. I think if I lock it on prograde at this point, it will slowly but surely pull us into a gravity turn anyways, which is pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. Nice and smooth. Look at that launch profile. I don't even have to do anything. Alright, fingers crossed. This time, it doesn't fucking detonate itself on staging. And... Alright, yeah, that time it was fine. Don't know why it wasn't previously. Oh yeah, look at that prograde. Sliding off to the right exactly when we want it to. Sexy. Apoapsis is going up while mostly we are gaining speed. Okay, don't turn over too hard. Okay, we're still hovering prograde. I think we're okay. Still need to push that apoapsis up though. I'm gonna switch this on to SAS rather than hugging prograde, because I think we're on a slightly steeper than I would want. Not steeper. We're not gaining as much altitude as I would like. So we're burning in the upper atmosphere when we should be burning outside the atmosphere completely. God, it's so quiet. It's haunting. Alright. Once this hits maybe 75K, I'm going to cut our engines so that... Yep, alright. Now we'll actually have it just hug prograde. And we'll be getting on the wrong side of the planet. We'll be getting into space here in a minute, and we can burn another apoapsis to achieve a proper orbit. Okay, so Kerbin prograde is that way, which means I need to eject from Kerbin this way. Okay. Got apoapsis there in 40 seconds. Pull back and we can launch our orbit form. Good stuff. And gun it. Seconds to our actual apoapsis. And got it. I want to minimize the amount of energy we're putting into raising the apoapsis and increase the amount of energy we're putting into raising periapsis. Are we gonna hit orbit before or after this? Oh, there we go. That is orbit. Cool. I'm actually going to... and that's 160 meters per second used well. That could be quite nice. Alright, so... I want to eject from Kerbin this way. Which I think will mean... go here, add maneuver, burn hard prograde. And that will shoot us off that way. Let's take a look at the map. To inner planets, ejection angle. So, we want to have our angle of ejection be... So it says 61 degrees for ejection. Trying to... Alright, so I think Kerbin prograde is 0. And we want our ejection angle to be coming off 61 degrees from Kerbin prograde. So if Kerbin prograde, it's essentially on actually the day... No, it would always be on the day-night line, Terminator, wouldn't it? Because that's how orbits work. Oh, that's crazy. Because the sunlit side will always face towards the sun, so the left side will always be... If you're looking prograde, the sunlight side will always be on the left. That's fun. That's cool. So 61 degrees off that. We're closer to 90, so that's a 90 degree ejection. That's pretty close to a 60 degree. And then, do I keep burning prograde here? No, I do not. Ooh. We want as little, ooh, there we go. Okay. So there is our thing. And then once we are in orbital space, we would want to add another maneuver. I think we just burn hard retrograde. And if we pull into Moho's orbit, we should get an encounter, maybe? No? Have I done this wrong? Are we outside of a good transfer window? There we go. And there's a hypothetical burn in at periapsis. It does not like this. Strange that none of that gives a Moho encounter. I definitely would have thought it would. Hummity. Do we have suggestions, anybody? On how I could change our maneuvers? I mean, gravity scan. Yeah, we'll do that later. Maneuver tool. From maneuver 1, Moho. Vessel's orbital eccentricity is too high. Okay, hold on. 3,000 meters per second delta V at 283 kilometers periapsis. In 1 year. Alright, so physics person change the this maneuver, they may be deleted, create this maneuver, delete them, or cancel them. We can remake this one. What the hell? So it's giving us a maneuver ejection here. Huh. So it's saying in a year from now, if I do an orbital ejection maneuver that way. Huh. Interesting, there's a recurban capture here. It's available. It's odd. Uh-oh. I'm hitting the maneuver buttons. Weird. Hello, moon encounters. Interesting recurban encounter that shows up here. What's that counter? Oh, interesting. That is a Moon Gravity Assist out of the Kerbin system. Which is interesting as it is not, I think, particularly helpful to us. It's a shite Gravity Assist too. I think we're just going maybe a little fast. But also, the game can't show us the orbital sphere of influence change after that one, so we have no idea what that actually looks like. How is that one getting such an eccentric sun orbit? Oh, well, I mean, I guess that one does bring us further down already. I mean, there's one there that brings us right down to... Oh, hello. That brings us on a single burn pretty far down, including right on Moho, actually. .5,000 meters per second, yeah. And that's definitely something that I have. Is that an even counter? Could have sworn I just saw an even counter on that, or maybe it was another Kerbin hit. Am I crazy? So, I mean, that looks like the most speed we can shed by angle, at least. This involves us ejecting, essentially, straight retrograde from Kerbin. Which I suppose makes sense. Is Moho on a... Yeah, okay. I think that's actually what we've been missing, is that Moho is actually a orbitally... It's off inclination. So we completely miss its orbit here. I think if I do this... No, other way. We can pull that... Pull it tighter. Target closest approach, closest approach. Interesting. Spin it around the orbit. Uh-oh. Pull that in, I guess. Burn retrograde to cut how much we're actually spending. God, I feel like we're gonna miss our chance. Suppose we have a save. Relatively soon. Just I've never done this before, you know? Okay, there's escape. Come on. So easy to overshoot. I'm gonna put the minimum amount of energy into this as I can. 0, 90. Let's pull a little bit of that way. That looks about right. Maybe. What's our ascending node, descending node? -7, -7. That makes it worse. That made it substantially worse also. So the closest we pull with this, 5.8 degrees, okay. And then pull a retrograde off that. Too much. This one. Okay. A little bit more prograde, I guess. Oop. Increase this a little bit. Just scooching this freaking maneuver node around. Okay. -5. -5.8. This is terrible. I have no idea what I'm doing. Burn out this way. Puts us out here. We have a -7 descending. What if I was to, from there, add this secondary maneuver? Now I can bring retrograde to pull it in, which is much simpler. And that makes it worse. Bring our inclination in. Still off by quite a bit. Obviously, we're going to have a tough time matching inclinations to Moho's. I don't like either of these. It's crazy how long out this maneuver tool is. Like, yeah, here you go. You can have a new maneuver. God, you orbit Kerbin so frickin' fast, it is a little bit silly. We're completely blown past where I would have put my maneuver node. Add a maneuver. Failed to get an intercept, but very close. Mid-course correction. I need to get that way. If that is the correct direction of the yeet. I don't know, it's yeeting us all the way out towards Duna, instead of naturally pulling us in. What if I was to... $1,400 meters per second. Dead retrograde. Show me what this looks like without the moon intercept. It already does eat us really far down. But the inclination's so off. So perhaps we take this maneuver and feels like that is moving it opposite direction. So I guess the closest we can get is this 5.8. Then I burn harder prograde. Actually do bring this in more. Can I then do this? There's the 5.8. Burn a little harder prograde again. Now, really pump it up. And then, can I do this? Nope, that starts raising again. 5.8 degrees. think I just want to hug Moho's orbit for a while. You know? Pull off some of this delta V. Like, you know what if we pull off all of that delta V? Burn here. You know what? Maneuver to a new shot. Pull out this way. I need a ejection that goes dead. Retrograde. Why are none of these ejections now? Alright, that is an ejection. If we burn pure prograde at this point for this ejection. Oh, cool. Slides. Obviously, we don't have that much to work with. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3. It's still getting lower. I mean, a hypothetical 1100 meter per second burn lowers the periapsis substantially, huh? I think our previous test was a hard burn this way? You'll get 1500 meters per second. Can I add a course correction lever here? I could. I can bring us down to a 0. Interesting. That is expensive on Delta V though. Oh my goodness. That is very heavy on the Delta V. can't imagine this is actually very efficient. I mean, look at this. This is terrible. What's up, Argresh? Little Goober. Hello. Didn't think Moho has wins. You're so right about it. So you're about to go to bed, you can land anywhere cool. We spent 8 hours not landing somewhere cool. Also, Goober's right, Moho doesn't even have an atmosphere. Also, where the fuck Duna? Duna's transfer window's suboptimal, that's why. But we're in the optimal Moho transfer window. Unfortunately, I don't know how to make a Moho transfer to save my life, so that's where we're at right now. Does anyone know how to make a Moho transfer? I know Moho doesn't have wins. Why are we concerned about Moho having wins? I didn't think I said anything about that. World's least efficient Moho exchange. Suboptimal. I'm going to detonate. How do you think I feel? Look at that. 186 days from now. Moho encounter. I get nice and tight too. Look at that. 2 million views. You just figure out with the detail. Let's just look here. 1500 meters per second delta V. Mid-course major correction. 2000 delta V. Apoapsis drop. Course correction to get an encounter. What is this maneuver gonna cost me? 3000 delta V. I don't even know if I have that much. Like, we might have this much delta V, but this seems really bad. Alright, hold on. Delta V map. Tell me how fucked I am if I'm spending this much to get to Moho. It's 2500 delta V. It looks like the direct transfer. 2400 correction, 870 to circularize. So I'm doing something I think supremely suboptimal right now. What was that? No, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. It's 2500 for an intercept. I am so far off of it being correct. That is insane. It's supposed to be 2500 delta V to get an intercept. 2400 to get into low orbit. And then 870 to take off again. I think you're fucking this up, Drayden. I think you might be right. I think you might be onto something there. How the fuck is this supposed to work? I'm in the transfer window. Like, this is curve and prograde. Moho is in the right direction. And you're supposed to just yeet 60 degrees this way. Is it a direct fucking burn? Am I insane? We had a maneuver. Carbon ejection. Right? We're supposed to eject 60 degrees of carbon retrograde. Which, I don't know. Judged by the daylight line, that's gonna be, I don't know, like that way. Maybe not that far. That far? That looks right. I don't know why you thought you could get close motion with a ship that would have been a bit tight in carbon sphere of influence, but it takes like gazillion delta V. This thing has so much delta V! It's so much delta V, Argresh, I promise you. Now, what if I just burn this super hard? No, this is a carbon ejection thing. This doesn't get me closer. What the fuck am I looking at? If I do this. Alright, you know what? Hold on. I've got an idea. 2500 delta V. Give it 25, I don't know, fucking 50. A little extra juice to work with, right? And we're just gonna fiddle. We're gonna fiddle with the goddamn maneuver node until I get an angle that looks like gets as close to fucking Moho. See, that kinda does. Oh, hello. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hello? Hold on, am I insane? Did I see a close approach? Come on, I thought we saw something there. There is. There is. Oh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Use Jules some shit. This ship's probably bad. Shut up, Argyle. Shut up. Shut up. We're working on something. This is gonna work. This is gonna be perfect. You are a being of deceit, of FOMO. You speak scourges upon my people. You will never understand our joy, our grit, our determination to make this work. You are nothing compared to us. We're just about to get the cleanest Moho encounter just for me enough delta V to catapult them into another star system. Yeah, I'm gonna do some shit like that. Like, we get close. It's just not that close. Oh, hold on. We got a new close. We got a new close that's coming in here. Oh, look at that. The doubters are quaking. They are quaking in their boots. Tell you. Oh, overdid it, overdid it. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! 9 million! 9 million meter closest approach. That's a Moho encounter, baby. Yeah. World's shittiest encounter found. Shit, I'm fucking it up. I'm fucking up as we speak. Oh, I blew it. I blew it. It's gone. Shit. Ooh. That's super wrong. I'm gonna keep fucking it up so much. God damn it! What even is this angle that we're injecting at? It's like straight fucking backwards too. So if they literally just fling by it for 20 seconds, that was the plan? I'm gonna give it a delta V to orbit. We've got enough. We've got plenty. You're a doubter and a hater. The people, they know. They know what I'm all about. Why are we up to like 4,000 meters per second in Delta V? What the fuck? Oh, we're going so fast we've achieved a moon encounter. That's not part of the plan. Alright. Hard prograde, 2,500 meters per second. 26, 25. $2,500. Right there on the Moho. Big component of this. Oh. There we go. There's the closest approach. Pull this in and just gentle tweaking. Gentle tweaking. Why did it fucking disappear? There we go. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Nice and gentle, bringing it in. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We're a doubter and a hater, Argresh. But look at that. 2,500 Delta V. Plenty. Plenty of delta V. And get this down real low. Oh, look at that. How low do you want? You have fun with this. Let me know you see your Moho patch. Let me know. Be the save. Don't forget to click save. Look at that. 740 meters. That is a beautiful Moho encounter, if you ask me. That's gorgeous. That's perfect. There's never been a better Moho encounter ever made. That's the best there's ever been. That's certifiable. You're so right, we should say. It's a 3-minute burn. 3 minute single burn is kind of ridiculous. Alright, let's make sure we can actually achieve this. Let's warp here. Target up on the maneuver once we get there. Whee! You're burning through energy. Hey, you know what? We can fix that. Just go ahead and extend these panels. We'll be starting our burn here very soon as well. Hello, the moon. I can imagine already just hearing the sound of this thing groaning as it gets pulled around with the reaction wheels. Did I miss the maneuver? No. No, I didn't miss the maneuver. I guess it wanted me to start the burn way earlier, though. Oh well, it's fine. Probably, maybe. It's not like this is a very delicate single burn. We are aligned with the maneuver. Burn. And stage. Great. Oh my god, does this not have enough stage? Enough fuel in it already? That's a little mildly concerning. I mean, we are burning on maneuver. Such good. We did miss where we were supposed to burn on maneuver, so we may need to rerun this if this goes poorly. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. What is this engine, by the way? It's a skipper. Okay. Sure. We burn into the night, away we go. It's going. It is going. Having the stage burn is a little terrifying, I admit. Okay, 1,200 meters per second. And those solar panels are putting in the work. Look at us go. Off into deep space like there's no problems at all. I mean... we are moving towards where we're supposed to go. So that's good. The yeet of all time, for sure. I mean, it's pulling in. It's pulling the way you would expect it to. Alright, I'm gonna have to be on it with this stage transition, though. Alright, 119 meters per second, and... Stage. Burn. Oh yeah, another 3,000 meters per second, we're good. We're totally fine. I mean, it is pulling down to where it's supposed to still. No idea if it will actually line up correctly. Gonna have to see the 200 additional meters per second of delta V that we're supposed to use. It's getting kind of there. And okay. We didn't actually end up getting a Moho encounter. That's not good. Alright. Can we make a minor course correction to fix it? Or are we fucked? Hello, Pyro! You've completed 2 remembrance quests, Raider and Revenant. Yeah, those are good ones. Those are good ones. Solid choices for sure. Oh. Oh. Okay, so that's definitely not good. Like that? Oh. Can we correct this, or I gotta reload? I think we reload. Alright. That's fine. Quick save number 103. Let's just... Before we go crazy and try and get this frickin' thing to, what's the word? Let's extend that panel, let's extend that panel. And you know what else would be a smart idea? Let's deploy the fairing. That doesn't need to exist anymore. Let's warp to here, just so we can be in the sun. Zoom. Alright, now that we're in the sun, we got the panels out. We can go ahead and lock this on maneuver. We got 5 minutes until we start the burn. Don't think we need to extend any of this stuff. We spin it around. How are you doing today, Pyro? Deep space. Lost, cold, alone in the void. Let's lock onto our maneuver. Any additional weight we can shed up here? I don't think so. Always moderately terrifying when your maneuver is basically aligned with directly into the planet. Like, yeah, let's not start that too early. Space. It's so beautiful. Beautiful. Indeed. Alright, warp to node. Alright, we start burn in 1 minute. We're gonna skim past the atmosphere, aren't we? Okie dokie. 42, 41, 40, 39. I might actually start burning this moderately early just so we can get through the staging a little better. Maybe at 20 seconds towards before it tells us to start. 21 and burn that. Because we're going to need to deal with the fact that these... One of those just tried to come back to bite us. Come on, we've got reaction wheels. I know. I know. Keep yourself steady, probe cores. I believe. I believe. Alright. We're doing good. Doing good. I like how the solar panels almost look a little bit like wings. Okay. Anyway, we're actually at the point where we wanted us to start the burn. I actually think that that start burn time is indicative of the idea that we are not burning fast enough. Our thrust to weight ratio is off. But that will keep going up throughout the course of the burn. So, it should be good. And we'll shed all of this mid-burn. Hopefully helping make up for any losses that we're having. Alright, let's see. We are getting the lines to look like they're lining up, which is good. We're very slightly off, but hopefully that's fine. Yep, we are now on an escape trajectory. Very good, very good. And that trajectory is turning that way. It's a little terrifying that we have an escape trajectory that's like a very moderately turned, because that is just like, yeah, we're going stupid fast. This is fusion torch drive types of burns. Actually, what is our G-force? No, it's not much. That would make sense. We don't have any crazy thrust to weight ratio. If we could burn at 1G, that would be fucked. Wish I could tell exactly what our burn is. Alright, we are coming back around. Do not have enough delta V in this tank to reach the full stage, so we're going to have to do a stage separation in it, which sucks. But we are getting there. Actually going to zoom out at this point. And just kind of watch this, because what we want to see is to this secondary line to disappear. We need it to show it's predicting a encounter. Oh, still burning. We're good, we're good. Very slight mistiming, but it should be okay. Yeah. I think we're gonna be okay. This actually has a worse thrust to weight ratio than the big engine did. That's funny. It's gaining it back up faster though. And that is considered a completed maneuver on our end. So now we need to figure out what our mid-course course correction needs to be to get there. Burn at apoapsis, as we might get more efficiency. Yeah, just bring in that. Oh, too much. Way too much. Okay. So get a closest approach. That's pretty close this way. If I bring a little retrograde, does that bring us closer? That brings us farther away, actually. Okay. Just tweak, 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 tweaking, tweaking. I love tweaking. Oh, too much. Okay. Does this bring it closer still? It does, okay. Oh, too much, too much. 100 million kilometers is not stupendous. Can bring it closer with a little more prograde force too. Oh, there we go. That is a Moho periapsis. That's the one I want. Boop, boop, boop. Bring that in. Can we unpin these things? I just want this. We are blasting by that, which is very funny. Come on, show me the maneuver. That is a fiddly little maneuver, actually. Maneuver, there we go. Zoom in. It's moderately concerning, actually, that we could just get a closest approach that's directly next to it. We just pass through it. Okay, yeah. I'm feeling the 500,000 kilometer, the 500 kilometer buzz. How much delta V is this gonna take to circularize at this point? Yeah, that's a hard retrograde burn. Oh, that would be a landing. Just need enough to be in orbit. That is a cool, tidy 6,000 meter per second maneuver. I don't think we have enough for that, fellas. Uh-oh. Moho. What am I gonna do with you, Moho? $6,554 meters per second of delta V to get the Moho capture. suppose I don't care how loose the orbit actually is. As long as I get captured, we can make adjustments later, you know? Okay, Moho capture here. That's a... the much more reasonable 6,235.6 meters per second. Oh, we're so fucked. This is not gonna work. Oh no, this needs so much more delta V. Oh no. Oh no, it needs so much more. I mean, yeah, it needs 5,000 delta V, it looks like. To get into a 20,000 kilometer orbit around Moho. I mean, we might actually have enough. We have 4,000 meters per second delta V. This is 6,000. Why is our... Why is it so fast? Why is it such a massive amount of delta V to capture? If I get rid of this, you gotta burn at periapsis. How much delta V is that already? That's already 6,000. Periapsis, add maneuver. Hard burn. Ooh, it's a little much. After all, I don't care how loose this orbit is. I just need it loose. Because once we're captured, we've got a lot more things we can work on. That's still a 6,100 meter per second capture. What the fuck? Huh. Why? Why is our capture so much higher? Are we literally just going that fast on this orbit? What if? It's very expensive to lower apoapsis this way. But let's get us a secondary encounter. This is not good. You know what? I gotta check some. Oh, scanner. my beautiful scanner. It's already making 1100 meters per second orbital correction later on. At which point it does get a Duna encounter. We focus our view on Duna, right? What is it? This one's circularization. Ooh. I mean, this thing's got 5,000 meters per second up at the top stage. So maybe it could do this. No, this should be fine. It is maybe not a good orbit, but the Duna one should still get where it needs to go. Damn. Well, shit. So, I mean, nice to know this thing does not have enough Delta V to go to Moho. Not enough to go there and stay there, at least. What do we do about this? I think is the real question. What does it have enough Delta V for? Whole lot of nothing, maybe? Is anything but Moho in a good transfer position? Yeah. Actually not that far off from the Duna transfer window. The fuck is dress? Oh, there it is. That's outside transfer. Jewel's outside transfer. Granted, Jewel's easy to get to because it's gigantic, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe we send this to Jewel instead. See, that's the thing about Jewel. It's gigantic. It's hard to miss. It's expensive to burn out towards, but, you know. That burns in tight. Oh, hey. Optimal? Maybe not, but... it's pretty close. Bring it in like that. Burn out a little bit more. Give it a little bit Oh, hey, there's a dueling character. meters per second. And we just get the most fleeting glimpse of the jewel system with this. Can lower our periapsis. Oh, too much lower. Both of those are moving away somehow. There we go, that's bringing it closer. And moving away again. Hello? Why can I not edit my maneuver anymore? What is happening here? Oh, okay. Reduce our speed, bring us in closer to a degree. We are still flying past 2 billion meters. This will bring us a little closer. That'll bring us closer still. That can then bring us more close. Finicky. I mean, it is certainly one of the capture attempts of all time. Oh, this is pulling it in a lot. To a point at least. Bring that one in too, maybe. Shit. that's pulling it closer. And cutting costs of the maneuver. Pulls some closer. Shit. Is that the closest we've had, actually? I mean, it's not close, but how much does that cost? Another 1,500? I mean, this is probably more attainable than Moho's bullshit was. Because from here can burn that down. I don't know. It seems expensive. I mean, it's only 2,000 LTV once we're captured, actually. It's not that expensive, I suppose. Could end up around Jewel proper. Where is Tylo? There's Tylo. Might be able to get a Tylo gravity assist, actually. We want to burn just hard enough that those would start to switch. And then we do burns back and forth on those. It's a year from now. Ha! Shittiest imaginable mission. Well, we really screwed the pooch on this one, huh? I don't even know if this has enough fuel to actually do this. It's got, what, 7,000 total LTV? And we're gonna spend 2,000 getting 2 Joule, and then another 1,600. I guess we've got enough. Yeah, it's probably better than the Moho encounter, at least. Alright. Well, in that case, deploy the fairing. Let's swap in here. Open the cargo bay, and we can rename this Scanner Probe Mark J1. Look at that. It's like it's always been perfect. It's like we planned this the whole time. No issues whatsoever. God, this thing needs so much more delta V to be good for Moho. Which we can do. We can try for Moho still. I don't think it's the end of the world to try. Yep, but it's gonna require a expensive redesign of this rocket. Thank you, Jewel, for being so massive and forgiving. You know, you'll make this mission not a waste of time, now that I can't revert it. 20 minutes until I actually do this burn, too. Damn. Yeah, alright. Speed up. And we come back around. Uh-oh. I should probably be a little worried about the electric charge. Let's extend these panels. As we know, our thrust weight ratio is not perfect, so we're gonna want to actually burn maybe like at 30 seconds too, instead of the other one. Okay. And burn. Stage. Perfect. Fortunately, we do have the alternator giving us some additional electric charge, which is good. We're gonna do this whole maneuver on the dark side? I think we are. Sheesh. Not a really worrying choice, but it's probably okay. We are, at least for now, gaining electric charge, which is the important thing. Can't see shit. Alrighty. Burn's going good. Going well. We do our thing. Gonna do a little physical time warp. Ooh, that did nope. Never mind. That is a massive waste of Delta V with that degree of wobble. Holy smokes. Alright, let's get out of here. Bing. Look at all these re-encounters that we're getting right now. Alright, only a few thousand meters per second left. Whee. And once this runs out of fuel, we will disembark, as it were. Why am I saying disembark, as it were? We're gonna destage. It's not that hard. We've officially passed the node. Yeah, we're not in an orbit at all anymore, so can't make this in multiple passes. Just gotta burn it. Which should be a-okay. There we go. That one's got crazy flame in it. This one has a much less powerful alternator as well, which is interesting. Now let's zoom out and see if we're getting our jewel encounter as expected. We are going up, which is what we want. Gonna be prepared to cut engines should we see what we want. And there is a jewel encounter. And we're suddenly getting further away now. Look at this new friggin' champion. Okay. Let's just pop out here and maneuver. There. What does it take to get this closer? So a little bit of retrograde gets it closer. That gets it farther. So that brings us there. Was it radial in had a good effect a lot of times? Yes, it did. Alright, another big component of that ought to help. Bring that closer. That gets closer up to a point. That gets us that much closer. That brings us closer. This brings us much closer, much closer. As always, to a point. And this brings us closer still. Up to a point. Ooh, too much. 54329 520. Just happened there? Why did it change so completely and massively? Like, I know small course corrections can do a lot. Oh, it's because we unclipped it. Damn it. 297. God damn it. Remove a little bit of program that gets us closer. Uh-oh. I'm gonna miss the burn time, actually. That's not good. These finangly little maneuvers like this. Don't like it when you move them. 200 million kilometers. No, I've got an hour until this burn. Okay. Retract this. Not that much retraction. Bring that there. Ooh, the prograde gets us closer. This a lot closer. Okay, okay. Can I get us below 1 million meters? $8 million. 2 million meters. Okay. Look at that. I don't know why it won't. There we go. Let me do this. Oh! Oh! How high up does Joel's atmosphere extend? That's actually a little concerning how tight that is. out in like the Jovian planetary lunar system. Not that one. Just a little bit more prograde velocity. $12 million kilometers. That brings us within the orbit of Lathe. And then a hard retrograde burn here to get captured. Only costs 400 meters per second. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. Almost set up for a length encounter in here. Well, I am quite alright with this being our final approach vector to Joule. And this is only 300 meters per second, so we can do it on this stage too. We don't even need anything weird. I'm going to go ahead and warp to the maneuver, and then we'll burn it, and it'll be a-okay. 50 seconds until we do it. Looks like we have plenty of electric charge, so I don't think we have to worry about unfolding the satellite just yet. 45 seconds to go. Speed things up just a little bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gun it. We should see this periapsis come down to like 12 million meters, and we'll cut the engine. 16 is 12 million meters. All right, we have a Joule encounter on the way. This is a very different path than the Duna one took. Interestingly, swinging up and around to get into the Joule system. All right, cool. Cool. Good. Scanner probe MKJ1 is on its way out of the system. So that's Kulioski's. Good for it, I guess. It's a shame it's not heading to Moho, which was the plan. But it'll get to Joule eventually. Joule sphere of influence change. Can I add a no, I can't add a alarm until I get this carbon escape. Okay, well. Gargantuar encounter. Oh my god, I forgot about that asteroid. That's coming in, isn't it? 59 days until the Duna maneuver. Huh. Well, this doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Let's head back to the Space Center and try to figure out where we're gonna go. What are we gonna do? Hello. Random debris. Man, those boosters have a real tendency to land right in the ocean there. It's almost like I've invested in reusable rocketry without even trying. I'm trying to figure out what we should do next, you know? I really want to make some good maneuvers. I want to send people places, but we keep having terrible transfers. And we're having rockets that aren't designed for the transfers we have. Alright, so we have a transfer. My Moho's still pretty much in its transfer window. We could still try and go back to Moho. We would just need to put together a rocket with way more available, what's it called? Delta V. Which we can possibly do. There's... a couple of things do otherwise. Hello, Elu. I forgot you exist. I'm not going to dress. I don't want to go to dress. I mean, I'm looking at the map, right? I'm looking at our transfers. They're not great. It's just Moho right now. I mean, I guess we're coming up on the Duna transfer window. I mean, I really and truly, I think that the Duna transfer window is when the scanner probe is making its maneuver. It's pretty much there. Which is why it's doing it there. I guess we can try... I guess we can try for Moho again. You know? We just need a lot more Delta V. So we need a bigger rocket. We can make a bigger rocket. That's not that bad, hard. Let's see. Let's look at our VAB. And see about making just an ungodly large rocket. How does one make an ungodly large rocket? Mark M1. You're too small, and you don't have enough thrust to get us where we need to go. So, we gotta fix that. What are the biggest fuel tanks I have? These are Rockomax X200 tanks. Which I do believe are the biggest rocket tanks we have access to at the moment. Okay. So... the Rockomax X200 tanks are not big enough. We need more thrust early on. Between the kickback and the Pollux. How much fuel does this thing have? got 5,800 fuel on the Pollux. Kickback only has 2,600. Briefly. Throw in one of these. Kickback. Now, kickbacks are not very large. Interesting. So that's got 3,134 Delta V. 3,500 based on that. What about the Pollux? 4,000. So by themselves, the Pollux is a little bit more efficient. What about the Thoroughbred? 4,000? Alright. So throwing on a Pollux could be good. Oh, the itty bitty thumper. He's just a little guy. Alright, so when we open this up, reload the scanner probe, and then we put on one of these. How many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're on the 6-way symmetry. I guess it can only be 2 at a time, max symmetry, just due to the way these are configured. We could put on these Pollux boosters. They're pretty big. They are pretty big. Is it all click? Yeah, there we go. So we could take one of each of these. What's up, little goober? How you doing? Welcome back. You appear to be screaming in terror and fury. Any idea what's up with that? You want to share with the class? This is one of the rockets of all time, that's for sure. This doesn't work, right? There's no way. All these main stage engines and the Pollux boosters go off simultaneously on launchpad. Yeah, of all time. Hey, I didn't say it was a good rocket of all time. It's certainly just a rocket. Okay, I think that's all of them. And so these solid fuel boosters will all run out simultaneously. Presumably after... Oh, I hope not after these go off. But if they are... How much Delta V does this have? None. Presumably an amount. This is a hypothetical. So, let's see, we pop this off compact. All stages, Kerbin. Keep atmospheric simulation on. Boy, I'm excited for the DLC. Yeah, I know. I gotta end soon. See, it's claiming these have bad thrust away ratios. I don't think that's true. Oh, there's the max. Yeah, okay. So these are reasonable. Yeah, at the end. Looks like it's got maybe 1,200 meters per second now. If we call this the Mark II. Yeah, save and continue. And then we reopen the Mark I. Barely any. Like no additional Delta V added from from those Pollux boosters. Those massive fucking Pollux boosters and nothing. It's trash. 400 extra Delta V from the Pollux boosters. God damn it. Oh, it's nothing. It's terrible. It's so little. How the hell do I get more Delta V? Is it bigger fuel tanks up top? Well, this rocket's already obscenely tall, and it doesn't even carry that much weight. Like, yes, this is a beefy fucking little satellite, but it's not that beefy. I mean, hypothetically, for the sake of argument, what kind of Mark Max X200? What if I just added more? What if we just doubled down and made her long? Like, we just make it the size of the VIB itself, you know? What if I did that? I gotta get it the real probe core, not the OKTO. Alright. That is pretty much as high as the game wants me to make this thing. It still fits. Barely. But it fits. I think that gave us less Delta V. I actually think that reduced the total Delta V that we have in this goddamn rocket. What if we just added more? Like, we could just keep adding Polluxes, you know? No one's gonna stop us from just adding more Polluxes, right? I mean, ain't no rules that say a dog can't play basketball. if you know what I'm saying. Then I alt-click this, and I just put in another one. And another one. And another one. And now the entire outside shell of this rocket is coated in additional clusters of Pollux boosters, which appear to all be staged correctly, which is quite nice. We hit 1200 Delta V with this thing! Alright, I gotta go, but I've got enough time in this. I gotta try. I have to try. I have to try. I have to try and see what this looks like when I launch it. Because this is so dumb. This shouldn't work. It shouldn't work. It's too big. It's too stupid. Oh, good. It's nighttime. Oh, good. These are not strutted at all. Perfect. Exploding the launch pad and end my suffering. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's unstable. That's what I call instability. That is instability at its finest. Oh boy. Look at that thrust to weight ratio just fly upwards. This is upsettingly stable, actually. This should not be functioning nearly as well as this. We're getting good speeds too. That we're doing good enough speeds that this is probably a more efficient rocket now. God damn it! Is this actually decent? This is the most carbo solution I could come up with in half an hour, and it worked. Oh god! This should not have been working. Oh, okay. It is. It is ripping itself apart. That's good. That's what we wanted to see, was it to rip itself apart. I mean, it's not what I wanted to see, but it is what I expected. Yeah, it explodes on destaging, which, hey, look, the satellite's intact. We'll just recover that and make it work again. I hate to say it, but I think if I strutted this thing, it might actually work. That's... Good lord. Good lord. That should not be functional. Well, we'll have to come back to it another time. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being the wonderful people at show. We will come back Kerbal Space Program at some point, and I will... Hopefully you've done some research on how the hell to make rockets with high Delta V values, because that is a mess. But, as it stands, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being the wonderful people that you are. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those other awesome things that you people do, and we will see you all next time. Arrivederci, everybody. Arrivederci.